do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to do a scary video. I am going to go on a no buy for a year. Right now I'm recording, I believe, November 3rd 2019, and I am going to go on this no buy until November 3rd 2020. This is going to be hard. This is going to be a long journey. Ever since I've started this channel, ever since I started my blog, I have been purchasing makeup pretty much non-stop consistently. I go on strategic no buys, but never something very substantial. I think the longest no buy that I've done is 3 months. And that was a struggle. So this is going to be, I'm going to think about it mentally as like multiple 3-month periods, and I am going to do check-ins for you guys. Hopefully you guys will be interested in them. Hopefully I'll be able to keep up with this no buy, because I don't want to fail you guys or myself. This whole video is me just basically talking about the fact that I'm doing a no buy and why I'm doing it. So I'm not going to get into that, but I do quickly want to just let you guys know what is on my face, because I tend to say I'm going to list it down below and then I don't. So I have my concoction of foundations right now, which is my NARS Sheer Glow in Trinidad and my Fenty Beauty in 470. Yeah. I have my Kylie concealer, which I am seeing more and more pan, which is very exciting. I am over this concealer. I've been using it for a long time. So good bang for your buck if you're interested. On my base, I'm using my Kat Von D loose finishing powder in translucent. I am hoping that I can actually get through this by the end of this year, which will be good, because then I would have gotten through this in only a couple months, which is not bad at all. My brows, as always, is my Lorac Pro 2. You guys know I use the black, and right now I'm actually using the light gray, which is cool gray, to fill in the front of my brows. I also have my Shade and Light palette, which will be a sneak peek for my Project Pan in case you guys are keeping up. I have hit pan in that, and I definitely can see myself finishing that pan by the end of this year. On my eyes, I finally got into my Sydney Grace haul that I made. I went into like the Mountaineer bundle, I believe that's what it's called. I used a majority of those shades on my eyes. I also went ahead and used something that I got, I guess in PR, from Influencer, and this was like the Kaja Duo, where you get the stamp liner in the eyeliner. And then I also used the blush that I got in the mystery bundle, and this is a shimmery raspberry blush, which is right up my alley right now. On my lips, I used another Project Pan item, which I'm starting to see even more pan in, and this is ABH's Bitter Sweet. So I believe that's all that I have on my face. If not, I hopefully will put the remaining items down below, but I'm pretty sure that's all I put on my face. Oh, and I set my face with my Boscia. But that's it. So I'm not gonna have this intro be any longer than it already is, but yeah, let's get through this year together and see how good I can do. So yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, I've already kind of given you guys a precursor in my intro, so I'm not gonna babble on too much, but yes, I am going to attempt a no buy. I can hear my parents singing praise, and my heart is crying slowly, but I have thought as far through this as I feel I need to, and this has been in the back of my head for a while now, low-key even since the beginning of this year. I've been thinking about potentially doing this, so this is something that I truly thought through for me. I can promise you, as much as I can promise myself, I'm not doing this to join like the fad of everybody being on no buys and them getting subscriber count. That's truly not why I'm here for this at all. I'm just gonna keep putting on my makeup. I took it off to put it on for you guys so I could use up makeup while I'm talking about. Okay, so for me, As I have complained on this platform many a times, your girl is a graduate student, and currently, hopefully, hopefully soon your girl will be done. I'm aiming to be done in December, but you know, there are a lot of things that are in my control and there's some things that aren't. So yeah, I'm a graduate student. Every paycheck I have chosen to put money towards my student loans. If you didn't know, or for whatever reason, graduate student loans accrue interest while you're still in school. So it's not like the undergrad loans where you can kind of wait until you're not in school anymore to pay those off. No, graduate student loans accrue interest even while I'm in school currently. So in order to kind of semi reduce myself from having the debacle that there is with so many other people where they wait until after they graduate to kind of stress over it, I have been putting money towards my student loans every paycheck. So every 2 weeks I put money towards my student loans. That is one thing. So that has taken a lot of, I would say, extra walking around money from me, because yeah, that's a lot of money that I put towards, or as much as I feel I'm comfortable putting towards right now. I also, so that, yeah, that does a lot. I also, like I said, the reason, oh, why I'm starting off really badly. Okay, let me back up, rewind, and freeze. This year, my spending habits started in January, December, one of those, where I decided to reduce the amount of makeup that I allowed myself to purchase, because I knew that I was putting my money towards my loans and other things. So I told myself at the beginning of this year that I was going to only buy 3 things in particular categories. So I told myself I wasn't buying any foundations, any lip products, any powders. And I think those are the only categories I limited myself to not purchasing, which meant I was allowing myself to purchase eyeshadow palettes, bronzers, blushes. Oh, the blushes and highlighters I only wanted to allow myself to purchase quarterly. I'm trying to think. I think those were all the limitations. And bronzers I kind of let myself go ham on as per usual. Now, with that being said, I did not do that. At the beginning of the year, I was doing very good. I must say I was doing good. I was very confident. I was really excited to work on the project pans that I had assigned for this year, and I had like expected to get through those palettes. I was extremely, extremely excited. And it just fell by the wayside. For me, this year has been successful, not necessarily in the sense that I've stuck to my proposed low buy, but in the sense that I understand my shopping habits more. And in my opinion, that's a reason to go on a low buy, to understand your shopping habits, to understand what you're buying, and to understand what you're actually using. So for me personally, I buy a lot, as with a lot of people, when I am stressed. When I'm stressed up the wazoo, I purchase things. Between that and of course sales, those are my 2 big moments where I purchase a lot. So you can literally see that in my hauls. You can see where I've been like stressed during school, and my haul has been ridiculous. Like I've had some hauls that have been like 30 to 40 minutes. Insane. Literally all I'm doing is talking and showing products. Why are the videos so long? So it's just, it has been rewarding for me to do this as kind of a precursor to my now year where I am going to decide not to purchase anything. Like I said, I was thinking about going straight on a no buy this year, but I knew that that was not a possibility. Like no. And so that is why, did I say this was October? This is definitely November 3rd, sorry. But this is, I think that for me, this is like a general progression, and I am very much a slow progression type person. If I just like jump into water, it ain't gonna work, okay? I'll side eye you real quick and be like, you thought. So for me, I think this is good. And currently, I have just been purchasing too much. Not necessarily makeup, although I have been purchasing a decent amount of makeup. For me right now, my problem is I am booking trips, which is another reason why I went on my low buy this year. I wanted to travel more. I'm booking trips, and that is building up. So I'm not only booking trips, I'm purchasing makeup, I'm buying movies because I am an avid movie watcher. I love movies, and I've been buying a lot of like digital movies because of course DVDs and such are going out of fashion. Like soon it's going to be irrelevant to have a DVD player. So I'm starting to switch towards digital movies. So right now, it's not even like I'm just spending money on makeup. I'm just spending, oh my gosh, my nose. I'm just spending money. Like, it's just insane. And I just don't like where these habits are. I don't like them. I want to change them. I want to be able to talk myself out of things more often than not. Now, like I said before, I am truly happy at my progress this year. I think I have done an outstanding job progress-wise when it comes to talking myself out of things. I have been able to talk myself out of more things this year than I did the year before, And that makes me happy. It makes me so, so happy that I have been able to do that. But I still am not where I really, really need to be. Like right now, my one card, so a lot of beauty influencers, bloggers, all those people, they are one, older than me. At least a lot of the people that I watch, they're older than me. They're in their 30s. I'm in my 20s, okay? So your girl is young. I'm young. And I don't have the expense account, not even expense account. I don't have the extra walking around cash that they necessarily do. They're like in their full-blown careers. They're established, most likely. They're getting like, you know, big daddy checks every 2 weeks. Your girl's not getting, well, for my age, I'm getting a big daddy check, but in the grand scheme of things, it ain't big daddy, okay? I'm just gonna reach over for my eyeshadow. Finally play with the Sydney Grace stuff that I purchased, you know, what feels like months ago, if not years ago. And I think I'm gonna stick in with these greens and gold tones because I've been like weirdly itching to get the Natasha Denona Kohl palette, and I don't need that. So I'm just gonna pull a bunch of these dirty brushes into my midst. Where was I? Tangent went off. Truly don't know where I was. So, oh, I don't have the money, walking around money that they do. So I tend to put my makeup purchases on one of my credit cards. And then when I get paid, I either completely pay it off, I put a payment, whatever have you, depending on how much money I put on that credit card during that 2-week span. I don't like that. I personally do not like that I'm doing that. At one point, I was being more responsible and I was only putting on what I had in my debit account, or I put on a certain amount that I pre-accepted to pay off immediately when I got my paycheck. I like that. Even if it sits on there till I get my next paycheck, that's fine with me. That doesn't faze me. But what irritates and vexes me personally about myself is that I get to these moments where I actually go above the kind of accepted amount and I get into a hole. I get into a hole where I don't have the money on the next paycheck, and then that money is just sitting there testing me until my next paycheck after that. So it's just like this perpetual this perpetual state where I'm just always going to have something on the card because I either go over my allotted budget or I don't budget at all. It's just, it's frustrating to me. I go through periods where I'm very good and I go through periods where I'm very bad. And I truly just want to break this habit. I want to create a more sustainable habit, especially for my current lifestyle is easier than people my age. Sometimes it's easier than people my age. And I want to correct this habit before it's no longer easier. And so I'm trying my best, and I think that doing this no buy, although I may not be happy about it at all, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be very, very good for me. And I think it will help show me, like, sis, you have all of these things already in your collection. You just need to see how to put it together to create whatever it is that you're currently lusting after. So for my low buy, I'm going to create my own particular rules as I've seen other people do. But yeah, I'm going to create my own rules. It is going to be a no buy, but I want it to be a replacement only no buy. I am not going to allow myself to get any makeup or beauty items unless I have quite literally nothing that can replace that. Nothing. The only exception that I'm going to make, and I'm going to make it for my birthday month, that month I will allow myself to purchase things based on points. I will allow myself to purchase makeup based on points. So let's say, like, I have a decent amount of points at Sephora. I don't think I have enough to get the 100 point perk or the 100 reward, so I won't be able to get that, which is fine. But I know I do have it for Ulta. I have like a good amount of points for Ulta, somewhere in the hundreds. So I will allow myself, if I want, to use that money from Ulta or my points from Ulta, but that's it. Next, I will allow myself to get presents. I do tend to get presents for my friends. Typically only my best friend asks me for makeup. Other friends really just go with whatever kind of things I declutter from my collection. But my best friend is more into makeup than other people. So if she asks something, like, I still haven't bought her Christmas gift because she still hasn't decided what she wants. So when she does decide that, I will get her makeup items. Now, like I said, this is going to be a replacement based no buy. I can promise you almost no category am I going to need to replace something. Almost no category. I want to say off the top of my head, probably like 20 foundations. I have about 5 concealers. I have, I think, like 3 eyeshadow primers, maybe 3 face primers. I have like 5 setting sprays. I have a lot, which means I don't really need to replace anything. Like, even if it were to come down to like shades of a lipstick, I have a lot of the shades of lipstick that I am currently using. Currently, the main shades of lipstick that I'm using, okay, are brown nudes. I love myself some brown nudes lately. So I have been actually going through quite a few of those. And I have quite a few of them. So I'm going to do my best, my absolute best, to stick to this wholeheartedly. I think that this will help me in the long run to be able to talk myself out of things and see the fact that, like, I have these things just in different presentations. And then on top of that, my career goals. So I've kind of been, I kind of haven't talked to you guys about my career goals. I don't know if I have. But what I want to do in my career, I will not be able to wear makeup the way I like to wear it. I can wear it, but it will have to be extremely neutral. Extremely neutral. And for me, that takes the fun out of things. It really does. Now, don't get me wrong. I do it for my current job, but I do that because of the climate of my current job. And it's just easier if I don't bring attention to myself. Whereas, like, that would be my career. So that means 20 years of wearing neutral colors. And so in that instance, I'm not going to need half of the colorful eyeshadow palettes I have. And then that means I'll only be wearing that, if I wear it still, on the weekends. And I'm learning a lot more about me. Even like with my project pans this year, right? I got tired of using that same highlighter way too quickly. I mean, within like the first couple of months, I was beyond irritated. I don't even think I have that, my project pan highlighter, that's in my what is it called, that's in my makeup basket. It's not even at my house anymore. So here at home, I'm literally using whatever I want. I'm able to change it up, which has been very, very nice. But before then, I couldn't do it. I wasn't allowing myself to. So I've learned so much about myself. I've learned that I can hit pan on a bronzer, depending on the formulation, within like 3 months, somewhere around there. Like this Fenty bronzer has been going strong, but I have a feeling that I'm not gonna hit pan the way I did with my ColourPop one. With my ColourPop one, I hit pan in a specific spot, whereas with this Fenty one, I think I'm gonna just hit pan in the whole kit and caboodle, which will be different than obviously the way I hit pan in that one. And I'm just realizing how long it takes to use up a product. My foundations, like, unfortunately, it looks like one of my foundations that I have might, this is a might, but it might be going bad. Like, not the formulation, well, yes, the formulation, not the smell. It doesn't really smell, but it's starting to turn a different color, a color that I know is not the color that I am. So I like might be getting rid of that. I have another foundation that I've had for since, like, the 2 foundations I actually am wearing are the ones I'm talking about. So my NARS one is starting to turn like a different color. In person, it's not my shade. It comes out my shade, it oxidizes, whatever it does it. But like, I used to be able to wear this by itself. I can't wear this by itself anymore. I literally have to mix in my Fenty foundation. And even this foundation is old. It's like 3 years old. Yes, I'm able to use it. Yes, I'm not breaking out, but that's not good. Like, I shouldn't be having foundations that long. Like, yeah, I know sometimes it's ridiculous, their labels. I think their labels are like 12 months. That's a year. You should be able to get through a foundation in a year. But like, I just don't want to have as many. So I just don't really want to have the amount of foundations and the amount of liquid products just sitting around. I think it's wasteful. And yeah, I am a very complicated individual in the sense that I love trying new things. I love watching new things. I love to experiment and try, but that has led me to potentially having to throw away both of these high-end foundations without getting my full use out of them. And for what? For what? I don't get it. And I'm talking to myself at this point because I truly don't understand what I was going through. Like, I got to a point where I was like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's just money. Let's try this. Let's try that. And No. Okay, I'm gonna try something that was actually sent to me. It was the Kaja winged eyeliner stamp. Child, I don't know how to do this. This says it's supposed to be on the right. Oh, and this is the left. That wasn't terrible. For the first time, that wasn't terrible at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my wing liner, and then I'll come back to kind of finish off this rant. Okay, so I finished the wing liner. I hate this liner. I'm pretty sure it's a felt tip. It's too stiff for me. I don't like that at all. I like the Kaja stamp. It actually isn't half bad. I mean, the wings aren't the way my wings usually are, but it's not bad at all. So if you don't know how to do a wing liner, go for that. But I hate the fact that I have all of these products and I'm not getting my full use out of them. And full use can be different for each person. For example, my Lorac Pro 2, this is one of my very first high-end palettes. I think this was the second one. I got rid of my first one. And currently, this is in my project pan, my Pan That palette. And I'm currently mainly using this, honestly, for my brows. But I never truly liked these shimmer shades, so I'm getting my use out of the mattes. I have 2 mattes in this palette that I have not currently hit pan on. And for me, that's getting my use. I was able to understand more about myself by purchasing this palette. As soon as I purchased this palette, I realized that although I liked the formula, although I liked some of the shades, I didn't like all of the shades. And I wish I realized sooner, like, you need to kind of take the time to see, do you like all these shades? Because I don't. I don't like all the shades in this palette. I liked the purple and the navy blue. That's what attracted me to purchase this palette, and that's the 2 shades that I actually hit pan first in this palette, because those are the shades I actually liked. I actually reached for this palette for those 2 shades and honestly nothing else. So for me, this has been a slow progression of, like, first knowing how to put foundation. First, this has been a slow progression for me because I've been learning how to put makeup on. Because I don't feel as though makeup is one of those things you can just kind of know how to put it on. It's one of those things you have to, like, take the time to learn. You have to take the time to learn. And in my learning, I felt, and I still do feel, as though I purchase things a little too fast. And that's on me. That's my personality. When I get into something, I'm into it. I'm hooked. I'm gonna learn as much as I can while I can. But in this year where I have been attempting to pan so many things at once to get rid of the old and bring in some more new, I haven't really been able to hit the surface of the things that I wished I could pan. I mean, I think I've been able to pan maybe 2 or 3 finishing sprays, but like this finishing spray in particular is literally the oldest finishing spray I've had in my collection. I want to say this is like 3 years old. That's old. Especially for a finishing spray. This is a charcoal based, so I feel like it's pretty good and I haven't had a problem with it. But still, this is a very old finishing spray. There's no reason I should still have this in my collection. I should have been able to get through this before I brought in other foundation or setting sprays. I said that this was my favorite setting spray and then I stopped using it. What am I doing? What am I doing? So in this no buy that I am attempting, I am just trying to bring myself full circle, fully back to reality, mentally and financially, because financially your girl is just up a creek right now. not only have my adulting bills gone up, but also just my invigoration with makeup has gone up. It truly has. And like I said, I've learned a lot about myself in this year of spending, whether I was doing very good on my low buy or whether I completely forgot about my low buy and I saw something, I wanted it, I bought it. So I think in all of the categories that I allowed myself to really focus in on, I think I did the best, honestly, in eyeshadow palettes. I feel as though most months I focused on only getting 3 eyeshadow palettes per month, which is still an obscene amount of eyeshadow, and obscene. But in the current state of my collection, and let me just go ahead and zoom out. Not too much. In the current state of my collection, I have everything. I have every shade, regardless if I want to admit it to myself or not. And although I enjoy buying makeup, it's fun, it's a nice pastime. It's a pastime that's taking over a little bit too much for me. And I feel as though with the collection that I currently have, I can do like tutorials for you guys, creating looks that I could be able to create with palettes that are new and coming out. And then in the grand scheme of things, a lot of these palettes that are limited edition nowadays stay for about a year, if not a little bit more. So if it's something that I am dying and lusting for, and I feel as though I truly don't have it in my collection, one, I will accept gifts. So family, friends, I'm still accepting gifts. But I also can just wait. I truly can just wait, which is why I'm really not going to use my points. I'm going to aim to not use my points in December. I have very much limited the holiday collections or releases that I wanted. I didn't really want much. A lot of the holiday releases just weren't my cup of tea, or was something that I was interested in, but I felt I was only interested in it because so many other people liked it, and it was like, I want to be a part of the cool crow. And no, I'm not cool. I'm awkward and flustered. Like, I'm just always awkward and just in my corner. That's me. So for me to try and jump on that, what are you doing? But yeah, I truly just want to kind of get more use out of my products. I am happy. I am, like I said, hitting pan on more things this year. I was able to pan more things overall, and I'm learning more about myself. So even this year, I've learned shimmery blush, satin blush, or no blush. I'm not a huge, like, I went through my phase of that Sydney Grace matte blush. I loved the color on me, but I truly enjoy a shimmery blush. I love the finish that it gives my skin overall, and I love this blush draping. I love it. So for me, I have a good amount of shades. I have some NARS shimmery blushes. I have I have my Beauty Bakery little palette. I have some Sydney Grace shimmery blushes. I have blushes from all walks of life, so I don't need that. Eyeshadows, I love eyeshadow. Y'all know I have the eyeshadow. I have it. Highlighter, I love it. I have it. Bronzer, I love it. I have it. So I really want to take this time this year to really get to know my collection more than I already do. Do reviews on things I may not necessarily have done reviews on. Do 3 looks on things. Do 3 looks on palettes that I haven't done 3 looks on, or even done a tutorial on for you guys. I want to do a bronzer hunt for all of my bronzers. I want to actually take the time and do a palette ranking video. I want to actually take the time and do a highlighter ranking video that I see everybody doing, but I have an obscene amount of highlighters. I have an obscene amount of palettes, and I keep bringing in palettes, so I'm not able to really do a ranking video that's accurate. I want to actually take the time to do my drugstore and kind of low-end brush collection, because I already did my high-end one, but I didn't do my low-end one. So I really want to just take this year to kind of showcase what I have and use what I have. I also will hopefully be transitioning into my career this year. This year meaning like January on. So I have a lot of exciting things going on in my personal life, hopefully. And so I kind of want to focus on that. I am going to do my best to still upload 3 times a week. Some weeks I will of course have some videos I want more, some weeks will I have videos that I want less. I will still be doing my must have must gag. I enjoy that series. I enjoy talking about makeup with you guys. And I enjoy hearing you guys' critiques and stuff like that. So I am definitely doing that video. I might not do my how many releases do you wish, because that video is very consuming. So we will see overall what I do and what I don't do. But I think I'm just going to do my best and see where it takes me. Like I said, I'm very happy in my progress of the items that I'm panning this year, and I can't wait to show you guys where I've been and what I've gotten to. I am just going to go ahead and wait until the end of November to do my next update for all of my project pan items, because I kind of updated I think 2 of my project pans but not the 3rd one or something to that sort. So I'm just going to wait till November to update you guys on all of them. But I am very happy with all the things that I have like been targeting and then just like actually project panning. I'm starting to see a lot more pan on the sides and actually seeing pan in the actual pan. So I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to rebuild myself, reprogram myself, as Hannah Louise Poston would say. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it does well. I am gonna actually aim to save up some money after I pay off all the cards and all the travels. I am going to save up some money to maybe get a new lens. I want a better lens. I like that it can get me good pictures or good video this way, but when I zoom in I feel like you can't really see what I'm doing. Like you can, but you can't. So I would love to get a better lens on that end. So that might be something that I buy in December for like Black Friday, stuff like that. But other than that, I'm gonna do my best. I mean my absolute best not to buy anything. I mean nothing. Not even the Melt Cosmetics collection, which I wanted to buy some things from. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna hold true to myself and I'm gonna do good. So this has been a very ranty video. It basically has been a get ready with me. I mean, let's face it, you knew that was gonna happen when you heard the intro. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about this. I hope some people will go on this journey with me. If not, no sweat. This is gonna be a struggle bus. One of my girls, she's doing a 5-year no buy houseway. Okay, how? So me and her, I'm gonna be all up in her DMs on Instagram like, help me, because she is one of those people who messages me on Instagram and always helps me talk myself out of things. But I keep dragging this video on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are with me on this journey. I will be doing more swatches on the things that I have. So if you guys want to see swatches of certain collections, certain things, let me know. I'll do them for you guys. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. As always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.